Back inside our network studios here in the Battery, Atlanta. I'm Kevin McAlpin, tourist reporter for The Fan and the Atlanta Braves radio network. Hope you're having a great start to your work week. It is Monday. Braves are getting ready to put the finishing touches on a 4-game series in Philadelphia against the Phillies coming up tonight at 6:05 Eastern. It'll be Sean Newcomb on the mound for the Braves against Aaron Nola. We'll tell you more about that matchup here in just a couple of moments. But first, let's look back at yesterday. A great day all around for the Braves. 5-2, they take game 1 of yesterday's doubleheader. They win game 2 by a score of 8-0. Of course, Ronald Acuna Jr. leading the way for the Braves offense yesterday with 3 home runs combined between games 1 and game 2. First Brave player with 3 homers in a doubleheader since David Justice did it all the way back on August 7th of 1990. 9 games in August. You want to talk about Ronald heating up and putting that first 8 games behind him in a hurry. How about a .387 average with a 1354 OPS in his last 9 games with just 7 strikeouts. So we talked a lot about how the strikeouts were really problematic for Ronald in the first couple of weeks of the season. Well, he has put that behind him. He's drawing walks. He's finding ways to get on base. He is setting the table, exactly what he's asked and expected to do at the top of the Braves order. The approach, he said, really doesn't change. He goes up there, see ball, hit ball. And again, whatever's working for him right now, keep it up, because he has really been a spark plug for the Braves offensively. Of course, Freddie Freeman had a big day yesterday, finished a single shy of the cycle in game number 2. And of course, that was only a 7-inning affair, so he didn't have probably would have had at least one more at bat, one more chance to get the easiest of the 4 in the cycle. But he did hit for the cycle between game 1 and game 2 of the doubleheader. But again, Freddie Freeman, much like Ronald Acuna Jr., really heating up. And again, let's not forget, Freddie missed the majority of summer camp with that really nasty bout of COVID-19. So again, he's just getting really into the swing of things here as we are almost a third of the way through the season. Hard to believe that in a couple of more days we'll have played 20 games already of this 60-game schedule. Let's talk about the bullpen. Bullpen did another nice job yesterday, collectively a .261 ERA on the season through the first 17 games of the year. And how about this stat today? The Braves have never lost a game in which a reliever came in with a lead. Bullpen has done a tremendous job. And again, we focus so many times on when they're not getting the job done. You got to give them a lot of credit for really being out there every single night and being a really, really effective unit, whether it's guys that are household names like Will Smith, who we saw yesterday, or Mark Melancon, or Shane Green. Of course, Chris Martin's injured right now, but then you have guys that are still trying to become household names, like Tyler Matzik, who's 2-0 on the season. AJ Minter, who's taken some couple of miles per hour off his cutter and has seen tremendous results. Top to bottom, this relief corps is getting the job done, so kudos to those guys, and they should be in good shape here tonight for the series finale in Philadelphia. Again, it's the 11-6 Braves against the 4-6 Phillies. They are 3 games back of the first place Braves. Atlanta with a half-game lead here in the National League East standings. How about the catchers for the Braves? A .357 average with a .984 OPS through the first couple of weeks of the season. That trails only Philadelphia with a an ERA a little over 1,000. 1045 OPS, and of course, a lot of the heavy lifting being done by JT Realmuto. Speaking of Realmuto, he'll be doing the catching tonight of Aaron Nola. Of course, Nola, the 27-year-old right-hander, on Wednesday was just flat-out dominant against the Yankees. 3 hits over 6 scoreless innings with no walks and 12 strikeouts. Nola on the season, just 1 walk and 19 punch-outs. So he is not going to be up there giving Braves batters free passes. They better go up to the plate ready to hit. Meanwhile, it'll be the 27-year-old left-hander on the mound for the Braves, Sean Newcomb, making his 4th start of the season. He's 0-1, a .657 ERA on the year. Wednesday against the Blue Jays, a no decision. He worked 4 2/3 innings. He gave up a couple of earned runs on 5 base hits. Lifetime against Philly, he's 2-1 with a .311 earned run average. Jim Powell and Joe Simpson will have all the play-by-play action for you coming up at 6:05 p.m. Eastern, right here on the Atlanta Braves radio network and 680 The Fan. And of course, stick around immediately following the final out for the Hyundai postgame show and Braves wrap-up. We'll have you covered right here in Atlanta and of course across the Southeast on the Atlanta Braves radio network.